So today's video is going to be about apologizing. I'm going to tell a story about a disastrous group project that I was a part of last year. There was this one team member who I'll call Jake, who dragged our team through a lot of unnecessary drama. I actually knew Jake since I was in 10th grade, and I thought we were friends, but it turns out he wasn't a very good friend, and he also was an even worse team partner. But in the end, my two teammates and I ended up reaching out to him and apologizing, even though we had every right to be angry about all the things that he dragged us through. And I'm going to talk a little more about why I feel like that was the right decision to do and why I'm really happy with what we did. So I'm not going to go too much into detail about the nitty-gritty of what happened, but basically Jake was not doing any of the work required. It was putting a lot of stress on me and the other two teammates who had to carry the load of what he should have been doing. And after 6 weeks of him basically doing zero work, I spoke up. I said, "Hey, you're not doing any work. Could you please help us out?" He did not respond well to this. He ended up writing a really long letter to the professor about me, a really nasty letter saying really mean things about me. But he didn't actually want to talk it out. He didn't want to even speak with me in front of the teachers. So that makes me think that he just was lashing out at me. And then one day he just left. He just literally left school. And I was really surprised because I thought I would be really happy that he was leaving. It turns out that wasn't the case. I have some footage from the day that we found out that he was leaving, and I'll play it right now. It's week 8 and we just got some really weird news.
Yeah.
Our team member is not gonna be on our team anymore. And it's,
Yeah, so
I thought I might be happier, but I just feel bad now. Like, it's not like a victory, it's like,
yeah.
I just feel kind of bad. I just feel kind of weird. Because it's week 8, it's like a really unusual situation to like just drop out, and I don't know what's gonna happen to him. Like, he won't talk to me.
Or to anyone.
Yeah, I won't talk to anyone. I just hope everything gets solved, and I hope we can still be friends. And I hope there's no bad blood. It felt really bad because I know that he has stuff going on. He never wanted to talk about anything. He never really opened up to us, but you knew that there were things under the layers that just weren't really that obvious. So what our team decided to do was to put together a little box of cakes, and we wrote a little card for him and we just put it in front of his door. I feel like this was really the right thing to do because we didn't want him to feel like there was any bad blood, and we thought that it might bring him a little joy. We just got back from University Avenue. We got 3 cakes for our friend.
And a box.
And a box to put in.
It looks like we're in a movie.
We basically are. Like, I can't believe this is real life. But anyways, we got this wonderful cake.
We got this.
Beautiful mixed berry creme brulee. And then we got this beautiful chocolate chiffon cake. Oh my god, actually that is so beautiful. If I received this box, I would be so elated. This
Really
is so
pretty.
great. Yay! Okay, so let's think of what to say. Like, dear Jake, obviously.
Okay, let's write out a draft before we send the whole thing. I can't think of anything.
Jake.
We are really sorry for what you're going through, and we wish you the very
We just
best
wanted
in the future.
to support. We just wanted to say that we support you. That we're here for. We're always here for you, and we support you.
It's too cheesy.
We're always here. I don't know. We want to say that like we're not his enemies, right?
We could be like, we're really sorry for what you're going through, but we and we hope that everything gets better soon.
We hope to see you back on campus soon.
Yeah, perfect. We made sure that
There are no nuts. Or something.
none of these have nuts.
Yeah.
I hope he knows my handwriting, so he knows for a fact that this is from us. And not
Yeah,
from-
yours. You have like wide handwriting. Should I lick it or should I just? I don't want to
Leave
touch
it.
my lick. Yeah, I'll just
Ow! Oh my god.
You hit yourself.
That was so funny. Okay.
Okay. So now I'm just sealing it with some washi tape, and I really like this washi tape. So hopefully it's a sign that like I really mean this. So then we put the box in front of his door, and that was that. We didn't hear anything from him. He never texted us or called us to say thank you. He kind of just vanished for a year. We ended up having a fantastic final project, and I learned a lot from the experience. And even though there's a lot of bumps along the way, I feel like the positives outweigh the negatives. I met one of my best friends, I learned more about mobile app development, and I learned a lot about team dynamics and how maybe speaking up so directly is not the best move. So even though it was definitely a tough situation and brought us a lot of stress, I feel like I grew a lot from the experience and I'm happy about how everything went. And if you're curious, Jake actually came back to school about a year later, and I knew because he was actually in one of my classes. It was a very small, random class that was only 15 people, and on the first day he walks in, and I was like, oh no, what am I supposed to do? But at the end of the class, I went up to him and I said, hey Jake, I'm sorry for the situation and for what happened last year. I just wanted to let you know that I don't have any bad blood, and I hope you don't either, and I hope that we can still be friends. And he said apology accepted. And that was that. If I hadn't gone up to him in class, if we hadn't put together that box for him, I feel like I would still think of the situation very negatively and it would have a really negative bearing on my heart. So I'm really glad that I ended up making things right. So that's my story about apologizing. I definitely learned the hard way that making up with someone is usually the right thing to do. So I hope you liked that video, and I'll see you in the next video.